For decades, even during the darkest moments of the Cold War, the United States and Russia followed one unspoken rule. No matter how bad relations became, nuclear weapons would remain under limits. That rule is now at risk of disappearing. In just weeks, the last remaining nuclear arms control treaty between Washington and Moscow is set to expire. If that happens, the world could enter a period with no formal limits on the two largest nuclear arsenals ever created, a situation not seen since the earliest days of the nuclear age. The treaty is called New START. It limits the number of deployed nuclear warheads each side can have and places caps on missiles, bombers, and launch systems. Just as important, it allows inspections and data exchanges designed to prevent cheating, miscalculation, and surprise buildups. For years, New START operated quietly in the background, rarely making headlines, yet playing a critical role in global stability. Today, it sits at the center of growing global anxiety. New START is set to expire on February 5, and there are no active negotiations on a replacement. Russia has suggested that both sides voluntarily continue following the treaty's limits for another year, but without restoring inspections. The United States has not publicly accepted or rejected that offer. And that uncertainty is exactly what worries nuclear experts. Without a binding treaty, neither country would be legally required to limit warheads, missiles, or launch platforms. This does not mean nuclear war begins overnight. But it does mean less transparency, fewer safeguards, and far greater room for dangerous assumptions. History shows that the greatest nuclear risks often come not from deliberate attacks, but from mistakes, false alarms, technical failures, misread signals, or political crises that spiral out of control faster than leaders can respond. The global nuclear landscape has also changed dramatically. China is rapidly expanding its nuclear arsenal, forcing US policymakers to rethink long-term strategy. Some argue that extending New START without inspections could weaken US leverage and send the wrong message to Beijing, suggesting Washington will restrain itself regardless of China's actions. Others believe allowing the treaty to expire entirely could be even more dangerous, opening the door to a quiet arms race with no rules, no verification, and no clear limits. At the same time, both Russia and the United States are modernizing their nuclear forces. Russia is developing new weapons systems that fall outside new START's framework, while the United States is investing hundreds of billions of dollars into upgrading missiles, submarines, and bombers designed to last for decades. Another often overlooked risk is communication. Only Washington and Moscow maintain a constant nuclear hotline. Many Allied capitals, including key NATO countries, lack direct crisis communication channels with Russia, increasing the chance of miscalculation during moments of tension. As the deadline approaches, there are no dramatic summits or breakthroughs. Just silence, speculation, and growing concern. What happens next will shape global security far beyond this year. Because in the nuclear age, stability is not created by trust. It is created by limits. And when those limits disappear, the world enters dangerous territory.